everyone, I'm Shu An. So in this assignment, I would like to talk about intercultural conflict. So conflicts are happening all around our world, as they always have and at many different levels, interpersonal, social, national and international. First of all, please allow me to share an example of the intercultural conflict. Well, it is discrimination on Chinese in Vietnam. So let's check it out.
Vietnam was taken back in early May when China parked an oil rig on its doorstep. Vietnam's leaders say the rig is inside their 200 miles exclusive economic zone as defined by international law. They wanted to settle the dispute quickly through negotiations, but China is said to have rebuffed requests for a summit and talks between lower-ranking officials went nowhere. The South China Morning Post, a newspaper based in Hong Kong, reported on June 9 that China had temporarily banned its state-owned firms from bidding on new contracts in Vietnam. That followed 2 days of anti-Chinese riots in mid-May, in which 4 Chinese workers were killed, and the sinking in late May of a wooden Vietnamese fishing boat that collided with a Chinese adversary. The betting is that China will remove its rig by mid-August as planned. But the thornier issue of who owns what in South China Sea, which the Vietnamese call the East Sea, is unlikely to be settled soon. HSBC, a bank, reports that manufacturing growth fell slightly from April to May. Foreign investment is helping to prop the economy up, but deadly riots and a standoff with China are hardly great advertisement. Describe some reasons mediation may be an effective approach to conflict resolution. Mediation is the act of resolving conflict by having someone intervene between two parties. Mediation is advantageous because it relies on the disputing party's active involvement in and commitment to the resolution. Also, it represents the work of all involved, so it's likely to be more creative and integrative. Finally, mediation is often cheaper than adversarial legal resolution. How do intercultural conflicts differ from intracultural conflicts? Well, intracultural conflict describes conflict between at least two people who are from the same culture or have culturally similar backgrounds. In contrast, intercultural conflict describes conflict between at least two people who are different in significant ways culturally. What are the characteristics of productive versus destructive conflict? Scholar David Oxberger suggests that productive intercultural conflict is different from destructive conflict in 4 ways. First, in productive conflict, individuals or groups narrow the conflict in terms of definition, focus, and issues. In destructive conflict, they escalate the issues or negative attitudes. Second, in productive conflict, individuals or groups limit conflict to the original issue. In destructive conflict, they escalate the conflict from the original issues with any aspect of the relationship open for re-examination. Third, in productive conflict, individuals or groups direct the conflict toward cooperative problem solving. In contrast, in destructive conflict, strategies involve the use of power, threats, coercion, and deception. Finally, in productive conflict, individuals or groups trust leadership that stresses mutually satisfactory outcomes. In destructive conflict, they polarize behind single-minded and militant leadership.